What if I told you that owning a home, the thing that used to define success in America, is now out of reach for most people under 40 years old? Would you believe me? Because almost 80% of Gen Z say they already believe home ownership is unrealistic in their lifetime. So they have already written it off. In 1960, the average home cost 2.5 times the average salary. Today, it's over 7 times in most cities. But honestly, it's not just about prices. Something much deeper than that is broken. Because if we look back at this ad that was done in 1950, the same 4-bedroom, 2-bath with a garage in New Jersey cost just under $12,000. Whereas now if I go to Zillow and look at the very similar, a 4-bedroom, 2-bath with a garage, that's going to cost you about $350,000. Sure, you can go ahead and blame inflation, but that alone does not explain this. Even with an initial investment of $12,000, this ROI calculator on Bankrate says otherwise, which is leading many to choose to live with either parents or relatives instead of going out on their own. But just before we get into this, let me know in the comments below. Are you giving up on home ownership, or are you going to fight for it? Because if you're fighting for home ownership, understanding why everything have risen in prices in the past couple of years will help you understand how to navigate this housing market.
The average home prices since 2019 have just been going up and up and up, as you know. Is there some relief in sight?
Well, they're still going up. A lot of people are excited about the housing prices slowing down, but it's less than 0.25%, and that doesn't provide a lot of relief for people.
And I'll start with the combination of low inventory and high demand. With very few choices to choose from, and a lot of people looking at the same thing, that's only going to make prices go up. But what really hurt the housing market is when builders literally stopped building after 2008. That essentially left the United States short 3.8 million homes. And that honestly may take about 7 years to fix. And you know what makes things worse? Land use restrictions and zoning laws. Those are two things builders have to comply to in order to provide those 3.8 million homes that are short in the United States. So honestly speaking, that's 7 years. It may take a little bit longer than that. And you know what that does? That just leaves more space and more opportunities for the corporate investors to step in and continue their little shopping spree.
They target naturally occurring affordable housing. They target the first-time starter homes. So they're not buying the houses, the $5 million and $10 million homes at the top of the market. They're buying the homes at the bottom of the market. And that is where we are the most impacted, and we have the least housing stock, and people are the most price squeezed.
On top of all of that, affordability is naturally going to affect everyone. And if you do not know how to do a comparable, then how are you going to know how to value a home and ensure you are not getting screwed over? You know, this right here is my personal take, but since everyone is on Zillow and everyone views those estimates, I truly do think that Zillow had a little factor to do with how home prices are where they are now. Because again, if a seller is saying, hey, this is how much my home is worth, or even a buyer is saying this is how much the home is worth, then who is to really say? Especially this is all before you even see a real estate agent's information or data that they can share with you on what they can sell it for. So if you're still looking to accomplish the American dream and need help navigating this housing market, I'm connected to literally thousands of real estate agents across the entire United States. If you want to be connected to one of those agents that I am connected to, be sure to click the link in the description, fill out the referral form, and that way I can connect you to a real estate agent that could possibly even find you an off market. Because some of the conversations I'm having with current homeowners, let's just say, it's going to take a lot for them to give up their mortgage rate. In fact, if you didn't know, 2/3 of America have an interest rate that is below 4%. And the significance of that all is that's where the inventory is. It's all locked up with someone saying, I'm not getting rid of this unless they absolutely have to. So honestly, that just makes everything a little bit more difficult, especially when trying to find the perfect home. But I'll share this with you. If you're aware of assumable loans and how it all works, that could be a great opportunity for you to get into real estate. But I'm going to caution you. You must understand how assumable loans work, because it is not your traditional way of getting any sort of property. If current homeowners literally don't move, home buyers don't utilize assumable loans or even take advantage of the incentives some builders are offering, I think it's fair to share that we may experience and see way more build to rent communities. Now, if that's your first time hearing this, just know that is not good news for you. In fact, I'll share with you what exactly that is. The builders, instead of them actually selling the homes to you, they'll build out entire communities and just rent it out.
About 90 minutes outside Houston, Richard Bellote loves the view from his backyard.
Every morning I get up and I go outside with the dogs and I have a cup of coffee.
But he doesn't own this brand new house. In fact, it's not for sale. His Montgomery, Texas community is part of a rapidly growing trend in the U.S. housing market. Blocks of single-family homes built specifically to rent.
Now, if that becomes the norm, because I'm seeing it in some local markets, if that becomes the norm, just know that your American dream of home ownership, just throw it out the window. Because not only is that going to make it even tougher to get into real estate, but it's also going to make it extremely tough to build wealth using real estate. Nowadays, you can't even rely on your regular wages to help you get a home because wages have not even kept up with home prices, making it even tougher to qualify for a home. And even if you do get a raise, you may still be falling behind because over the past 5 years, home prices have increased by approximately 47%. But let me ask you this. Did your income increase like that too? If you're waiting for a crash before buying, that can be an issue and a risky gamble because currently the fundamentals do not support a crash. And as more homes come onto the market, if anything, it's going more towards a balanced market, which may mean you are going to see and experience price cuts, homes being on the market longer. And I implore you, if you see situations like that in your local market, that right there could be your golden opportunity to get into real estate and strike up a deal with that seller, because if their home is on the market for a really long time, just know they have to sell for whatever reason and they could be waiting on you. If you need help finding deals or off-market properties in your local market, I'm connected to literally thousands of real estate agents that can help you identify these properties. Just make sure to click the link in the description where you see agent referral and fill out that form entirely. That way I can get in touch with you to connect you to the best real estate agent in your local area. Overall, the only ways that I can see this housing market getting better is if we, number one, revisit those zoning laws and actually allow them to be a little bit easier to work with. Number two, more and longer incentives for new construction. Number three, down payment assistance, not just at the state level, but local banks, community banks offering them as well. And then the last but not least, investing in affordable housing, which I think that's a stretch. I mean, it would be great to see it, but who knows? Let me know in the comments if you haven't already. Are you giving up on home ownership or still fighting for it? I can do my part by informing you, educating you, and guiding you, but it's truly indeed up to you to do the work and get yourself to the finish line. But just as much as I enjoy making these videos for you guys, my name is Roney Polynice, and remember, I got your back.